I used to work with an atheist years ago, and what was interesting about this guy is that he used to be into the occult. He was into witchcraft, magic and Satanism, and then he became an atheist. I know other people like that who've been in the occult, and then as a result of that they become atheists. And the Bible says that there is a spiritual blindness, and access to the occult and access to the powers of darkness can result in a very powerful blindness and an inability to see spiritual reality, and to actually be able to see the reality of the spiritual darkness which is right in very front of your eyes, right under your nose. Interestingly, the Darwin family were into Freemasonry, which is a branch of the occult also, and we all know what happened to Darwin: spiritual blindness. He became a materialist, and there we have all this drivel these days. But I knew this atheist, and he was going through a hard time in his life. He told me about it, and this had happened before I met him. And once he was going through this time, he went for a walk in the countryside. He went into some woods, and he described in quite graphic detail how he saw a very real vision of what he told me was Jesus Christ coming towards him from out of the trees and holding out his arms as if to beckon him to himself and embrace him. And my friend went into real detail about this. This had really struck him, and it was really weird because he suddenly said it was Jesus Christ, and it was really amazing, and he was talking about how powerful this vision was and so on. And then he said, but it wasn't him though, it was all in my mind. Jesus said that if you seek after God, you will find him. And the Bible says, seek God while he may be found. For some people, spiritual blindness comes upon them and they can't see beyond the end of their nose. Even though spiritual reality is all around them, they're blinded to it. It's shut off from them. I believe that Richard Dawkins falls into that camp, sadly. Also empathise with him, because I also was an atheist, and at one point God opened a crack in the wall that I built around myself, which was shutting out the light, and this light kind of shone through. I mean, I'm not talking literally here, but God had the opportunity to get into my life, and it was up to me then whether I papered over the cracks and shut that light out, or actually gave him an opportunity to get in there. And so I kind of opened that crack up a little bit further, and I let him in. And a couple of weeks later, quite literally, the light did shine in my life. It was absolutely amazing the day I got saved. It was just like somebody had switched the light on in my life, a light that I didn't know was even there. So there is an opportunity for everyone. If we don't seek the Lord, then sometimes he comes and he seeks us. But that is an opportunity to find him. So if that happens to you, if you suddenly find that rather bizarrely, it may be that God is speaking to you, a series of strange coincidences, or even a dream or vision or something like that, or that somehow the Bible means a lot to you, or you hear a sermon which means a lot to you, or you feel the presence of God in a very real way, don't dismiss it. Be scientific and investigate it. As Jesus said, seek and you will find. There is a common misconception that Christians are seeking the Lord. They're trying to find God and haven't found him. That's not actually the truth. Jesus said you must be born again. And he said that the truth will set you free. And that really is the case. If you seek the Lord, you really will find him. I've found him. He's there every morning I get up. He's there all the time. Don't be a sheep and blindly follow everybody that tells you, that God doesn't exist. I mean, it was really quite enjoyable watching Stephen Hawking make a bit of a fool of himself last week, but that is all he's done at the end of the day. The laws of physics were created because they were contained within the Creator himself. He's not subject to the laws of physics, and he certainly isn't an alien. Thanks for watching again. Appreciate it. God bless you.